Smuincher tul, smuincher topper, smuincher mullin, si kopper, sa kopper. Smuincher tul, si fallav, trot chushlen ulle a gaintje sa la. Smuincher kruven, sfiar, ser lussen, en as gat itcher gun frassen is vulchut. Smuincher steen, a muian sa faul, die glannes a salacher, ek ich an haul. Smuincher mami, a gianot a jinjer, gun uske sa fanach a vrichig nigi. Smuincher uske, a hik as a nar. Kos heit chien, agus kaatje fallae. Smuincher kunkig, nur de vision chien. Kwan a leus na maas en krien. Smuincher frasser no bast moor che, de splish agus splash is jechtachchen je. Sa kia trut ille an ischen le uske. Smuincher is toshig liste.
Think of a flood. Think of a flood. Think of a well, working. Think of a mill. Think of your blood, moving through every artery of night and morning. Think how the grass, trees and plants know they need the cloudbursts of rains to grow. Think of yourself out in the mud and the mire. Think what cleans your hands, feet, hair. Think of Mammy making your dinner without water boiling in the pan for her. Think of water that comes from air, how it came from there and goes where? Think of medicine when we're ill, how much water we need to get well. Think of a hot bath or a shower, the splish-splash pleasure, the hot vapours. So many other things we need water for. Make your own list for your son or your daughter.
What is the pond doing?
For Rory, who asked, wobbling like a wobbly jelly, being a bucket for the rain, sending flashbacks to the sun, cheeking the sky, giving the moon a bath, letting swans, ducks and winter leaves ride on its back, licking the lollipop reeds, pretending to be soup for the wind to stir, growing stinky skunk cabbages, drawing wheels and circles, then rubbing them out, plopping, slopping, slurping, spinning, turning the weeping willows happily upside down, dreaming of running away to sea, hiding under a starry blanket of dark. What is the pond doing?
Ponding, responding.
Corrie Finn Lochen. Lapping of the little waves, breaking of the little waves, spreading of the little waves, idling of the little waves, rippling of the little waves, settling of the little waves, meeting of the little waves, swelling of the little waves, trembling of the little waves, dancing of the little waves, pausing of the little waves, slanting of the little waves, tossing of the little waves, scribbling of the little waves, lilting of the little waves, sparkling of the little waves, leaping of the little waves, drifting of the little waves, running of the little waves, splashing of the little waves.
The travel guide to the country of your birth, which has over 300 natural lakes, is one of the oldest countries in Europe, has something for everyone in every season, occupies the northeast part of the Balkan Peninsula, sits on the Black Sea to the east and the Danube to the north, offers white sand beaches, misty mountains and ancient towns, has the Balkan Range, which is part of the Alpine Himalayan chain, has 378 kilometers of Black Sea coast. The Black Sea is closed and non-tidal and has 90% anoxic water. Has a moderate continental climate. Winters are cold and dry. Temperatures reach -10, which is the place where in dark, empty apartments, the people you love live inside mirrors.
I love all films that start with rain. Rain, braiding a window pane, or darkening a hung-out dress, or streaming down her upturned face. One long, thundering downpour, right through the empty script and score, before the act, before the blame, before the lens pulls through the frame to where the woman sits alone, beside a silent telephone, or the dress lies ruined on the grass, or the girl walks off the overpass, and all things that flow out from that source along their fatal watercourse. However bad or overlong, such a film can do no wrong. So when his native twang shows through, or when the boom dips into view, or when her speech starts to betray its adaptation from the play, I think to when we opened cold on the rain-dark gutter running gold, with the neon of a drugstore sign, and I'd read into the blazing line, forget the ink, the milk, the blood, always washed clean with the flood. We rose up from the falling waters, the fallen rain's own sons and daughters, and none of this matters.
The Whale Watcher. And when at last the road gives out, I'll walk. Harsh grass, sea moss, lichen-crusted bedrock, and hole up the cold summer in some battered caravan, quartering the brittle waves till my eyes evaporate, and am willing again to deal myself in, having watched them breach, breathe and dive far out in the glare, like stitches sewn in a rent almost beyond repair.
She's cast off, anchor up, deed anchor weary. She's a chain snubber, mooring strainer, restless Herber Peary. She's a skyline raiser, skyline sinker, a hull down horizon crosser. She's foreland, on and on, a high head tosser. She's a glint, she's a glimmer, she's a glimpse, she's a fleeter. She's an overhauler, leave astern, hail fleet beater. She's a Kyle Coulter, not reeler, thrang speed spinner. Her mood is moulded on her in the mind that made her is in her. She's a wake plough, foam plough, spray hammer roarer. She's a wind anvil, crest batterer, deep trough soarer. She's a dance step turner, a broad wake scorer. She's a sound threader, bite stinger. Her heart runs out afore her. When the big long seas come on like walls, cold, white-headed, she doesna flinch a point for them. Straight her wake is threaded. Though they come from the world's rim, along wi' a living gale, she'll gap and batter through them and tear her chosen trail. She's Steve, thrawn, light, quick, fast, wild, gay. She'll curtain the world with hammered seas. She'll drench the stars with spray. They can tower atween her and the sky. She never felt their awe. She can walk them all on tramping boat. She'll rise and walk them all. She's a Solon's heart, a Solon's look. She canna thole a lee. I'll coil her ropes and red her nets and ease her through a sea. She's a seeker. She's a hawk, boys. Thon's the boat for me.